Alright, I've basically become a reaction channel at this point, so today we're going to be reacting to the hardest geometry dash levels by year, as you can see in the title. Let's do it.
Bicycle was the hardest level legitimately beaten by the end of 2013. It was created and verified by the OG creator, Back, and is still considered nowadays a hard demon.
By the way, I wanted to preface that I played geometry dash back in 12 years ago, like when I was in middle school. Didn't know anything back then, recently came back to it now, beat all the regular Rob Top levels, and I'm just getting into the history of things. I really don't know anything. So we're learning together, I guess.
Kinda unique with gameplay compared to the rest of the levels that existed in this era. It competed with other hard
Again,
levels
2013,
like and Demon
this
World,
seems
but it was
doable,
clearly the hardest
right? Like, this kind of looks fine.
Demonus. Stereo Demonus was originally created and verified by Majak O in February 2014. This level was one of the first to have crafted art pieces and structures, and although they were simple, they inspired more complex structures in later updates. Stereo Demonus was considered impossible when released for 1.5, but at 1.8,
I mean, this looks fine too. Like, maybe I'm just tooting my own horn, but it doesn't look that bad, right?
And Stereo Demonus itself, where it was downgraded from an extreme demon to just an insane demon. It was then, in November of that same year, that Crack verified that nerfed version, which is considered one of the hardest completions of 2014. The first victor of the unnerfed version was PG Dillon, after more than 7 years since its release. Bloodbath. In June 2015...
I know Bloodbath. I remember that. Was Bloodbath the first version of Cataclysm? I may be wrong about that, but I heard about Bloodbath back in the day, I think.
Riot posted a preview of a massive new mega collab designed as a much harder sequel to Cataclysm.
I don't know.
Riot already yeah, you said it before by being the verifier of Ice Carbon Diablo X, the first victor of Deadly Cubstep, and one of the first victors of Cataclysm itself. It was the first time a top 1 was built properly with a set verifier. Bloodbath also competed to be a top 1 against Sonic Wave by Cyclic. He spent almost 30,000 attempts, but in August 2015, he officially verified it, and it will remain unbeaten for 9 months. Bloodbath nowadays is so popular and influential that it became the most downloaded level in GT servers and inspired thousands of other levels after it. Sonic Wave. Created in 1.9 by Cyclic in June 2015, Cyclic had the goal to create the hardest thing the game has ever seen, because he had already planned to quit the game before. He made what is known as Old Sonic Wave, a light blue 9 circles level which was by far the hardest level at the time.
This
the
looks
level
like...
ended up not being rated because Cyclic did not have enough footage for the verification, just spliced clips of the run itself.
Was this level built by, what's his name? Back in the day, I remember 2 Geometry Dash players who were, I think, top 2. I think one of their name was Bprin, and the other was something Alpha. I don't remember, but I feel like he's the guy who created this map, right? Might be wrong.
So that, a month later, Cyclic deleted that level and reworked Sonic Wave. He made it dark blue instead and buffed it even more. This time, he had a verification video, so the level was rated for about 2 weeks. Some people accused Cyclic of hacking, so in response to all the pressure and accusations, he replaced the level with a Back on Track remake, known commonly as Cyclic on Track. Sonic Wave was unrated, and shortly after, Cyclic confessed he hacked every single one of his achievements in the game, quit Geometry Dash, and deleted his YouTube channel. After all of that, a race to beat Sonic Wave began. So many top players were invested in being the verifier of the level, like Truster and even Riot himself, with the most infamous fail being Mafui's 98% in a super buffed version. Until finally, in November 2016, the Mexican top player Sunix beat the dark blue version, and the level was finally re-rated in his account. Plasma Pulse Finale. Plasma Pulse Finale, or PPF,
what is this?
Mega collab in Geometry Dash, originally created by Gyron and Smokes. It's the 4th and final chapter of the
point where it gets like,
series.
Why are there so many things going on?
The level contains a lot of variety in gameplay and decoration, and it was known for being one of the hardest timing levels in the game. The level was previewed first in March 2017.
Yep, this is when I left the game. What is this?
Entirely, which meant it was up to Smokes himself to decorate and create the entire level.
It just feels like you're on track. Like, what is this level?
2017,
looks pretty cool though. All the lights and shit.
Bloodlust. Bloodlust started as a 2.0 remake of Bloodbath made by Manix and many more creators and started being built in early 2016. The level received a bunch of changes during the years to have more variations in gameplay and so many decorations improvements after 2.1 came out, including an extension till the end of At the Speed of Light song. Noble Boy really took his time to verify Bloodlust. mainly because he was involved in so many other projects during those years, like the making of Fusion Z, God Eater, and even verifying artificial ideology. In February 2018, a player known as Krazen began practicing Bloodlust, completing the 67 to 100% extension very quickly.
All these
Many
creators and
wondering why
John
he was
players,
practicing
respect to you guys
Bloodlust,
because I
and
can
the
never
next
do
day,
this.
Krazen achieved 52% on his own version of it, but he also revealed why he was practicing the level. He claimed that Noble Boy was taking way too long to verify it, and that he would verify his own copy. He defended himself by saying that Noble Boy stole Fusion C from Manix, and now he would steal Bloodlust for him as payback. This divided the community into two sides. Noble Boys, who disagreed with Krazen, attempted to steal the level, and Krazens, who agreed that Noble Boy was taking too long, and that Krazen should replace him. Eventually, Krazen apologized to Noble Boy for the whole incident, and dropped Bloodlust, leaving Noble Boy to verify that level again. On February 20th, 2018, after nearly 2 years of drama, Noble Boy finally verified Bloodlust after more than 120,000
12 million
attempts.
views for
Several top players
verifying
started
Bloodlust.
practicing Bloodlust before it was verified, including Sonex and Crazy.
I mean, this looks like Cataclysm on crack, bro.
Zodiac is a mega collaboration and top 1 initially hosted by Rico PL, who dropped it because he was quitting Geometry Dash. The level hosting was passed to Leo Creator X, but he dropped it once again due to lack of motivation. Zodiac was passed to Bionox as the third and final host, who was really determined to finish the level and publish it. When it was finally over, the level went through multiple verifiers such as Wushi999, End Level, Benji8080, Diamond Slash, and finally it was passed to Xander as the final verifier. In 2019, Xander posted a video of him verifying the level after more than 60,000 attempts. Xander didn't stream a single time playing
60K.
Zodiac, didn't have the raw footage, and the video he posted didn't have any clicks. But even with that, little to no suspicion was raised towards him about it. In June, 5 months later, Xander would drop a bomb in the community by posting in his YouTube community tab that he hacked verified Zodiac and also cheated on many of his achievements at the time. He mainly used speed hacks and a method basically impossible
You can hack in Geometry Dash?
with the rules of it at the time.
What's the point
Everyone
of that?
thought the level would be handed to Technical 49, the first victor of the level, which would by default be considered the first official verifier of the level, although Technical does not consider it his verification. Thinking that the level would get unrated anyway, Xander decided to update Zodiac to I'm not even going to say that. A controversial level, mainly due to its extreme hate speech from the uncensored version. Zodiac was then updated once more to an impossible joke layout with a remix of the Simpsons opening. RobTop decided that instead of just unrating the level, he would just revert it back to the original Zodiac. Months later, in November, the level was transferred to Bionox's account. Tartarus, formerly known as Silent Akbar, is a 1.9 to 2.1 extreme demon mega.
Yeah, I'll be honest, from like 2017 to now, 2020,
even before Bloodbath itself. Still, when
it doesn't look that much has changed in terms of difficulty.
The first level of Riot's healthy top
I could be wrong because they're only showing snippets of the level here, but
anyone who could verify legitimately would receive a shout out and other unspecified prizes from Riot. During the open verification, 3 players made significant progress on the level: Mosley, Dolphy, and Metaman RB. The level was verified by Dolphy in January 2020 after 60,000 attempts. After Dolphy's verification video, many were suspicious of Dolphy's legitimacy.
What does Zoink come into play here? I feel like he verifies levels pretty quickly.
He could not answer their questions accurately, and in February, N-Level released a video exposing Dolphy. A lot of people actually lashed back, disproving most of N-Level's evidence. Pablo, a player who uploaded a video refuting the points raised by N-Level, eventually cleared Dolphy from all the drama. Mosey, on the other hand, became the second person to complete the level, beating it in February after 200,000 attempts. Just a few days later, Mosey's version of Tartarus was rated and placed almost immediately at the #1 spot on the demon list. However, after Dolphy's completion was deemed legitimate, Mosey requested his version of the level to be unrated and Dolphy's be rated instead. It happened in February, and thus Dolphy's version replaced Mosey's at the #1 spot on the demon list. Nowadays, most people accept that he beat it legit, but there's still a lot of controversy, and Riot himself still thinks that he hacked it. Slaughterhouse was created by Ascape in 2021. It was heavily inspired by his old Impossible 2015 level, also named Slaughterhouse. The level also went through multiple verifiers, but due to a lot of them dropping the level, Icecape decided to make the verification a race, buffing the level even more. Top players such as Zani, Trick, and Photonik participated in this, but only after 2 weeks in October 2021, the top 1 player, Spacey K, was the one that verified it, finally dethroning Tartarus from the top 1 spot after almost 2 years. But as we all know, in April 2023, 1.5 years later, Spacey K was exposed for hacking all of his achievements, including a Slaughterhouse verification.
Everyone just hacks.
He was the first victor of the level after...
Finally! Okay, I was gonna say, I have no idea who any of these names are. Finally, Doggy is someone I actually recognize. Didn't know he's the one who beat it, who beat Slaughterhouse, but I know him and Zoink are pretty, I think they're like top 2-ish, right? In terms of at least recent GD verifiers. Isn't Doggy going on like a year into grief or something? Something like that. But finally, a name I know.
December 21 was crowned as the first official verifier. Ice Cave later hosted a prequel called Grief, a direct remake of 2015 Slaughterhouse, said to be
the remake of Slaughterhouse.
Well,
I didn't even know that.
And also be placed on the #1 spot on the Demon list. And we all know how that's going.
Yeah, wait. I was right.
And also be placed on the #1 spot on the Demon list. And we all.
1 day with grief versus 1 year with grief. Happy anniversary.
Acheron is
so I guess it's still going on today.
Collaboration hosted by Ryamu and co-hosted by Riot. It is the second level of Riot's Healthy and Top 1 trilogy. The level was initially set to be verified by Wolves, who reached 96% before dropping it in April 2022. And just like Slaughterhouse, the level was set as a verification race, which many top players were in, like Zoink, One Alpha Helix, Doggy, and even Spacey K at the time. At that time, Zoink wasn't just competing against a hacker, but he was also playing Acheron in a buffed version, which not only would make it harder than Slaughterhouse, but way harder than.
Wait, so he's going against a hacker and it's a buff. Why would he do this himself?
He verified Acheron as
he's the GOAT. He beat a hacker and a buffed version of the level that they're racing against. He's the GOAT. How do you beat a hacker? Why do you hack in the first place? Who knows if Zoink isn't hacking, huh? What if he gets exposed later down the line? But Zoink's my GOAT though.
Spacey K ended up being the first victor of the level, but after he was exposed, that title went to Doggy, who was the first official victor. Tidal Wave is a 2.1, 2.2
this is the level
created by OniLink and verified by Zoink in September 2023. It is a uniquely beach/summer themed level with fast
this level is beautiful. Maybe because I'm biased.
Like
I love blue.
Tidal
Blue's my
Wave
favorite color.
A lot of mixed opinions, mainly due to its lack of optimization and fixed hitboxes. So most people praise the level a lot due to its unique theme and how we finally had a top 1 which was not generic or even healthy.
The frame perfect bullshit, bro. Like the amount of frame perfects are in a game or in a level.
Rob explained that the delay in its rating wasn't about the level itself, but about the situation around it. He said he's very careful when rating top 1 demons because people flip out over drama he's unaware of, saying most of it happens on Twitter. In this case, the moderators were split 50-50 on whether Tidal Wave should be rated or not, meaning the final decision was entirely up to him. He almost admitted it's not like he could even play the level himself to judge it because of his skill, and that in his personal opinion, there might be more fun levels better suited to be highlighted as a top 1. Tidal Wave's official sequel, Tsunami, is under development by OniLink and set to be verified by Zoink as well. Thinking Space 2, or just TS2,
is that still going on today?
2.1/2.2 top 1 mega collab hosted by Dr. Cuba
Thinking Space 2, yeah, I heard about this as well.
By 9Dice, considered an official sequel to Thinking Space. The level was initially designed to be the hardest in the game and even a top 1 as well. However, its difficulty was nerfed later, with the level intended to be placed within the top 15. After Hyperlift, the original verifier, dropped the verification, Zoink became the new verifier. He then heavily buffed the level, returning it to a top 1 state, and verified it in May of 2025 after months
bro, he's the
grinding.
GOAT, bro.
Just
he's
like
the GOAT.
Tidal Wave, Thinking Space 2 would take months as well to finally be verified by RobTop. This time, he didn't tell the reason, but it's probably similar to Tidal Wave. But it was likely similar to the same reason.
Wait, what's happening?
I don't even remember.
You didn't edit. Oh. Well, that was the video. I don't know what the heck happened at the end there. Wait, what? But damn, I mean, watching this video through the history of the hardest levels in Geometry Dash, it kind of makes sense that I didn't really know anything in the middle, because that's when I wasn't active in the game. But hey, a lot of familiar names, a lot of familiar title tracks of the levels and such. They all became more familiar once we got to the 2023 range and the present. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys thought that I would ever attempt or beat those levels, you guys are completely wrong, because I cannot do that. I value my sanity, I value my time, I value my life. Yeah.